there, and welcome into Main Street Living. I'm Danielle Alvari, and of course, back by popular demand.
Cheryl Nelson, good to see you, Danielle. Happy to be back.
But yes, apparently missing one more of our crew still.
Yeah, Quincy Carr is off today. It's hard to get all three of us together. I mean, I know it's heading into summer, so people are out and about and traveling all over the place. And Quincy, he's been on the go.
Yeah, he's been cruising around doing his thing. He's a comedian too. I'm sure people are familiar with that at this point. But Cheryl, you have been out of commission for a little while, dealing with a lot of health issues. You must be itching to get back out there and travel.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? I'm scratching all over myself. I can't stand it anymore. It's been a difficult year for sure, but I'm on the mend, so I'm slowly recovering and getting there. And I can't wait to get on an airplane and travel again because, Danielle, as you know, one of my favorite things to do is to check out nature and scenery and national parks and state parks. And we're going to be talking more about that coming up in the next segment. But, you know, some of my favorites, Bryce Canyon in Utah, Zion, Yosemite, Yellowstone. And then we've got, oh gosh, Acadia National Park in Maine, Everglades in Florida. There's so many fun places to check out. What about you?
No, absolutely. I actually went to Bryce Canyon with my brother named Bryce. So that was kind of fun. We've done that as well. And Zion was beautiful, but there's so many things to do. I saw Angel's Landing, so I haven't done the Shallows, and there's lots of other things I'd like to go back and see. And then just in California, the Palomar Trailhead in Marin County is gorgeous. You have to check it out.
Oh, yes. All right. Adding that to my bucket list. But before we do that, we've got a great show coming up for today. In fact, if you want to add some sparkle to your life, maybe a bathroom remodel or maybe a diamond, stay tuned to learn more.
That's right. We're also going to visit with a local food bank and hear from a music teacher who goes above and beyond for her students. But first, we are celebrating California state parks right here on Main Street Living.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, we are talking about one of my favorite things to do, and that is travel. And if you are making any travel plans for your summer getaway, chances are they will include a visit to a state or national park. You know, I've been to so many of those. I love them.
What is your count up to? Do you know?
Oh my gosh.
You've been to too many.
I've been to all 50 states, but I have not counted how many national parks I've been to. You've given me a challenge.
Yes, we'll have to figure that one out. But California park organizations are teaming up for a very special event next week. Kindley, Walsh, Lawlor, and Jason DeWall are here with details. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thanks so much for having us. Great to be here.
Hi, thank you.
So Kindley, what can you tell us about Parks California? What is your role and what does that encompass?
Great. Yeah, my name's Kindley. I'm the president and CEO of Parks California, and we're a 3.5-year-old nonprofit that works as a statutory partner to California state parks. And what that means is we work from the inside out, setting joint priorities and working at that intersection of equity and access to parks and public lands and resource stewardship and climate resiliency. So we work very closely with state parks, focusing on programs and projects statewide across 279 state parks in California. And by the way, I do count. And in 3.5 years in this job, I have been to about 125. So I've got a lot more to go. But it's a big state. It's a big state when you're driving around, I've got to tell you.
Good for you. You got me trumped there. And I heard you say climate, and I'm a meteorologist. So anything you can do for sustainability, anything like that. Oh my gosh, it's like such near and dear to my heart. So thank you for that. And I know you're about to kick off the first ever California State Parks Week on June 14th, which is super cool. What do you have planned for that?
Well, it's really exciting. This first California State Parks Week was an amazing effort by a few key partners. Of course, State Parks was core there, Save the Redwoods League, ourselves at Parks California, and then California State Parks Foundation, plus all the amazing on-the-ground park partners. Maybe you know this from having an experience across the U.S. and national parks, but California State Parks are dependent on individual park friends groups or nonprofits. And they are doing amazing things, hosting activities. And Jason will talk a little bit more about that today, about some of the things you'll see in your areas and your local parks. We have a different theme each day, starting Tuesday, June 14th through Saturday, June 18th. And I want to just take a minute, if I can, just to focus on day one. Tuesday, June 14th is Land Acknowledgement Day. And, this has become, I'll say the word trend, but maybe you've heard meetings begin with people sharing whose native land that they sit on. For example, I'm in Huntington Beach today, and I'm sitting on the native land of the Tongva people. But I want to say, too, we have to do so much more than just acknowledge the land we sit on. It's really about forming partnerships and helping to drive positive change. And in this case, ensuring always that Native voices are represented and heard. While we talk about something as important as Land Acknowledgement Day, kicking off the first California State Parks Week, it gets so much deeper and bigger than that, right? As we think about the incredible partnerships and opportunities to learn from each other. And I'll say one more thing to our meteorologist host here. Tribes across California are also working on wildfire resiliency and climate resiliency in park units across California. So there's beautiful things happening that go even beyond that idea of acknowledging on whose ancestral lands we're all sitting on every day.
Wow.
And that's so important. I mean, because wildfires seem to affect every part of California. So let's get Jason involved here, of course, rope him into this. California, a very diverse state. What are some of the parks that will be taking part in State Parks Week?
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. The field took this by storm once we introduced the concept. We've got over 100 state park units that are participating across the week. We down at Leo Carrillo State Park for Kids Career Day. We've got Stewardship Day. We've got things happening at Millerton Lake and Calaveras Big Trees, Huntington State Beach, Tai Chi at Huntington State Beach for Health and Wellness Day. So some really cool things like that we're doing in the field, just trying to connect communities with our parks and your local state parks that are close to you. But also there's some bigger things happening up at Prairie Creek in North Coast Redwoods. So if you want a destination and go up there on the 18th for Partnership Day, you can make a destination out of it and really have some fun up there.
Oh, I'm glad that you're bringing in so many of these different activities and days, the stewardship, health and wellness, kids' career. And Kindley, I want to focus on the theme for the last day of the Parks Week, June 18th.
Yeah, Partnership and Volunteer Day. Again, as I mentioned, parks are dependent on the people who love them, right? So helping parks be more welcoming and inclusive, but also ensuring they're climate resilient is a huge job, especially when you're talking about 279 of these parks across the state. And they range from urban parks like LA State Historic Park, Candlestick Park, to beautiful wilderness parks, but also getting into all of the historic parks that we have across the state. And partners play such a key role to helping parks achieve important goals. The partners range from nonprofits like us at Parks California, for profit, but community organizations and volunteers. And this idea of public-private partnerships allows for each partner to share their strengths and abilities with state parks to achieve joint priorities. As I mentioned, the partnership in the North Coast Redwoods between state parks and the Yurok tribe is a great example, a shining example of what that can look like. Another is work I'm doing actually with Jason's team in the Bay Area at Candlestick State Point in San Francisco, where multiple orgs have come together to work locally with community to help establish that urban park as a real community hub.
Oh.
And then again, getting on the ground, right? Parks friends groups who are often organizing school field trips with their local schools and districts. Volunteerism is integral to how things work within California state parks. So that's why we chose to end the week in that way, really highlighting these incredible partners and volunteers.
Well, I personally am from the Bay Area, so I get up there all the time. But Jason, are there activities or ways to participate if you can't physically visit the parks?
Yeah, absolutely. We have some virtual events that are listed on the website, and all you got to do is click the link. But like at Samuel P. Taylor, we have Enjoy the Redwoods and Explore the Redwoods virtually. Hearst Castle's having a couple of different events virtually. They're really well set up for that. On Health and Wellness Day, like exercise with the guides on the deck. It's pretty cool, some of the stuff and how creative everybody's been to make this happen.
Oh, cool. That's so wonderful. And again, what's that website our viewers should go to learn more?
So it's castateparksweek.org.
All right. We are planning a trip. Thank you both so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having us.
Amazing. Well, Cheryl, you're going to have to get to counting so we know how many parks you're up to. But in the meantime, coming up next, you may think you are past your prime, but anytime is a good time to play ball. Welcome back into Main Street Living. Cheryl, there are about a million reasons to love summertime, but one of the best things about summer is baseball season.
Oh, yes, I love baseball. And for lots of people, that means playing as well as watching. And for this group of guys in Arizona, baseball just never gets old.
All right, boys, here we go. Who's there now, boys?
You got the book.
I got it. I'll take it.
A lot of people, when I tell them that we're playing, or that I'm playing in a 60-plus baseball, they think it's like slow pitch or softball. This is hardball. It's baseball. It's baseball rules. My name's Wayne Hetland, and I'm one of the Arizona Coaldale Red Sox. I actually play on it and manage a team, and we have a great bunch of guys. It's a lot of fun.
I'm Joe O'Brien. I am the president of the league, and I am also the 35 Mariners first baseman. Oh, no. Woo! He pulled a Joe! He pulled a Joe! The league started back in 1988, and there was 3 or 4 teams tops. It has grown now in 2020 to 48 teams. We have an 18, a 35, 45, and we also have a 60-year-old division.
Jim Barton's DH and batting
Hey,
eighth.
guys.
Bill Hancock,
Good.
DH and going to pitch some, batting ninth.
I'm probably the oldest at 82. Most of the guys are going to be in their 60s. You're going to have some guys in the 70s. Everybody just trying to do the best that he can with whatever skills he has left at this stage in his life.
I'm Ernie Barton. I'm the manager of the Arizona Rangers men's 16 over baseball team. I'm also a board member, have been for about 15 years. Been playing in the league for about 30 years. This is a sport that we started playing when we were 10, 12 years old, and we just love it so much we just can't get enough.
Attaboy, Orlando!
Luckily we have men's senior baseball league that can provide us the opportunity to continue to play this sport that we have such a passion over.
I love playing with these guys. These guys are just super, super fun. The banter.
You got a runner naturally because you're slow. So.
Hi, my name is. With our group, it's like kind of something special. It's really a lot of fun. Thanks for coming. Let's have a fun Tuesday.
Hey, Mariners on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Mariners!
We get to keep living the dream, you know. Baseball doesn't stop after high school or college anymore.
Oh, Danielle, I love that. You know, my dad played on a league for baseball for, gosh, so many years. And it's great to see these guys. They're older, but they're still active and they still have that camaraderie. I love it.
That's the same. I mean, my dad played softball, actually, not that they're playing like hardball over there, but it's just so cool that still every season of life, they're still able to play baseball. There are men's senior baseball league affiliates all across the country with more than 45,000 members. So whatever your skill level, if you love baseball, you can find your local club at msblnational.com.
All right. Well, coming up, maybe when you're in the bathroom cleaning up after playing baseball or softball, you might realize that it's time for a bathroom remodel. We'll tell you how you can make that dream a reality next.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Now, if your family and friends are dropping hints about parking at your house for a visit this summer, it's not too late to make some upgrades to get your bathrooms guest ready. Right now might be the perfect time to call the folks at ReBath before your in-laws arrive. Joining us now is Mario Resendez from ReBath in Tucson, Arizona. Mario, welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you. Now is a great time to remodel.
Yeah, it always seems like there's never a good time. Is now the perfect time to remodel your guest or master bath?
It is a great time to remodel right now.
So what do you need to know when you're considering a bath makeover?
Things that people want to consider is who will be using the bathroom. Will it be the kids? Is it adults, seniors? And then think through what are some of the existing issues and what are you trying to accomplish?
What are some of the common issues that people bring up when they're starting their remodel?
Some of the things would be the maintenance of the bathroom. They're looking for something that's easy to clean, that's aesthetically pleasing to the eyes on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I have to imagine resale value comes into factor too, given the market right now.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you start this process?
First thing you would do is contact ReBath to set up your free in-home consultation. We send out one of our friendly, very knowledgeable design consultants, and they help guide you through all the options, from the bathroom layout to the products and colors, and then the complete installation process.
So how long does the entire process take? What's a typical remodel take?
Depends on the type of remodel that you're wanting. Typically, a shower-only remodel can be completed in as little as 2 to 3 days. Full bathroom, maybe between 5 and 6 days to complete.
Wow, I'm shocked that it's actually that quick. So less than a week for some of these projects.
And clean as well. People love it.
Oh, I'm sure. What are some of the trends that you're seeing in master baths that people are gravitating towards?
Some of the things we're seeing a lot are people are looking for bathtub to shower conversions, but really they're looking to create a spa-like retreat. So we're using lots of items such as teak wood folding seats, handheld shower options, multiple showering functions.
Did you see like a huge increase during the pandemic time, especially people were trying to do a lot more upgrades?
We saw a whole bunch. Lots of people ended up working from home, spending more time at home and realizing that they may need to improve a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately spending more time in the bathroom probably as well. What can you tell us about the warranties as well?
So ReBath offers DuraBath SSP wall surround systems, which are super easy to clean and maintain, and they're covered by an industry-leading lifetime warranty. We also offer a ReBath natural stone wall system, which carries a great warranty. And just about every product we offer carries some of the best warranties in order to make sure our customers are satisfied and easy for them to care for their new bathrooms.
Do you guys have any special offers that are going on right now?
Every month.
Every month. What's going on in the next coming months here?
The new promotion that we're running for the next month, I'm believing is going to be $1,000 off of the full bathroom renovation. And then sometimes we have different types of upgrades to handhelds and such.
So as far as upgrades go, are there any upgrades that maybe people wouldn't think of that you guys kind of suggest?
This one is something like a grab bars. Lots of people feel that they may be that's not for me. But they look great, they match the plumbing, and it's one of those items where it's better to have than not in case of an emergency.
And are there any common mistakes that people kind of make that you've seen in the past that people should try to avoid?
It's choosing the wrong contractor or materials for their project. Some things may look very, very nice, but they're very difficult to maintain or don't last very long. Ends up costing more.
Yeah. Are there any particular colors or materials that are particularly popular right now?
What ReBath has been doing for a long time, and just people are starting to realize how beautiful and easy it looks, are the wall systems we use. They don't have grout. It's more of a panel wall where you can squeegee very easy. They simulate very popular tile designs, but without all the maintenance of the grout.
Oh, yes. I think we're all looking for a little bit more low maintenance. It sounds like you guys are offering a lot of great things right now. How can people learn more about ReBath?
Visit our website at rebath.com or pick up the phone and give us a call. 520 is the number, 322-0120.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Mario, and all your insights.
Thank you.
All right, don't go anywhere because coming up we have more Main Street Living. Welcome back into Main Street Living. Cheryl, it is that time of year again. I have lots of weddings on my schedule, so it has me thinking about engagements, of course. So when you got engaged, did you and your man go ring shopping together, or did he buy the ring on his own? Was it a surprise?
Ooh, good question. So normally I would love to have a part in picking it out, right? But I kind of didn't know the engagement was coming. So we were on a beach in Lake Erie, and he proposed and pulled out a ring, and I was going, oh my gosh, I'm getting engaged. And it was beautiful. You know, it was so nice, a perfect round diamond, a platinum band, and it was gorgeous and it was magical. So yeah, I'm glad that it happened that way. And I gotta say, shopping for a diamond, especially one that's going to be on your or your fiance's hand forever, can feel like a lot of pressure, especially for the person buying it. And luckily there are experts out there who can give you all the information you need to make the process easy. One jeweler in Louisiana is working to make your jewelry shopping experience as fun and exciting as your engagement. Take a look at this.
Armentor Jewelers is a locally owned, family-style, full-service retail jewelry store that's been serving Acadiana for over 80 years. We specialize in all kinds of fine jewelry, from large diamonds, custom engagement rings, small gift ideas, and everything in between. Armentor Jewelers is a different type of jewelry store offering a different buying experience. Our staff is not made up of pushy salespeople. Instead, we are jewelry designers, personal shoppers, and project managers that work as a team to make any jewelry request in any category, in any budget, into a reality. Buying an engagement ring is a bit of a process, but it can be very easy. We really want to help you to come up with the design, and then from there, fill in the center stone. It can be a variety of options, from natural diamond, lab-grown diamonds, to colored stones, to even simulants. We want to interview you first. Find out where you see value, what things are important to you. From there, we go to work. We find the best possible options that allow you to be able to sit down and evaluate each thing individually. We have an extremely large selection of engagement rings at Armentor Jewelers. Not only do we have 300 or so items on the floor where you can try on and take a look at, but each one of those items are completely customizable, where we can control the size, the shape, the color, and beyond that, we actually do complete custom design work. So our options are truly unlimited. Using computer-aided design, we can offer complete custom engagement rings where we can control the design elements from a simple picture, a sketch, or any idea that you have. And the greatest thing about it is that it doesn't cost any more than if you buy an item right out of the showcase. Lab-grown diamonds are a relatively new option for the jewelry industry. Over the last handful of years, technology has progressed enough to where we can replicate the intense heat and pressure that it takes to be able to grow diamond crystals. Lab-grown diamonds are chemically identical to mined diamonds, so they act the same, look the same, perform the same over time. But now you have the ability to be able to control sizes and qualities of diamonds, making them much less expensive. You can purchase a lab-grown diamond as an option for about half the price of a naturally mined diamond. The beauty of made to order is that it's not more expensive. In fact, because we control every aspect of the design and manufacturing, we can provide jewelry with the style you desire in the quality you expect at the best possible value. Our service is free, the design process is quick and easy, and there's no obligation to proceed if we can't match your request. We understand that coming into a jewelry store for the first time can be a little scary. You don't know what questions to ask, or how much anything is, or whether you can touch anything. We want you to feel welcome as soon as you walk into the door. We have a very professional but casual, approachable attitude here. Once you experience the future of the jewelry store, you'll never go back to the old way of buying jewelry. Let us show you how having your own personal jewelry designer is changing the way you shop for jewelry, and that our process of made to order offers high quality jewelry at lower cost.
Oh, Cheryl, it's so cool to see how much time and care they put into crafting each of those rings. Do you still have your original ring?
Oh man. So, okay. I have parts of the original ring. After our 10-year anniversary, we decided to upgrade, or maybe I decided that I wanted an upgrade because you always want bigger diamonds, right? So
Yeah.
I kept the same stones and I got a
Aw.
new additional bigger diamond to put with it, and then got a whole new band crafted. But I still have the old band. I kept it. And I figure since I still had the old diamonds, I still had that nostalgic feeling and all the
That
sentimental
magic.
value that comes with it. But I gotta say, this jeweler, there's so many amazing things you can do here, like the lab grown diamonds.
Mm,
Talk about saving money, and it looks exactly the same. You gotta check it
mhm.
out.
Yeah, especially if you wanna add on a bigger one, right? It doesn't have to be that first engagement ring. Maybe you're going back to get a little bit of an upgrade, but you can get more information at armentorjewelers.com.
Definitely. And coming up on Main Street Living, don't go anywhere. We're gonna tell you why it's important to get to know your local food bank. Stay with us. Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, there are lots of situations that come up in life when we need to ask for a little extra help. I think we've all been there. And the pandemic put many people in financial uncertainty. And now, with inflation on the rise, gas prices, oh, it doesn't seem like those pressures are going to let up anytime soon, does it?
No, more and more of us are needing to ask for help, like you mentioned. And safety nets like local food banks have been lifesavers for millions of people over the past few years, and they continue to provide support for their neighbors in need. Casey Castillo is here with the STEM stories about what they have going on in San Diego. Welcome to the show, Casey.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So first off, congratulations on being appointed to the role of Chief Executive Officer of the Jacobs Cushman San Diego Food Bank and the North County Food Bank chapter. Can you talk a little bit about your experience working with the food bank and what is going to help you with your new role?
Sure. Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, I've been with the food bank for over 14 years, mostly as its Chief Financial Officer and Vice President of Administration. But I've also served as the interim CEO 3 times during those 14 years. And most recently serving as interim CEO for the past 11 months. So with this experience and institutional knowledge, I think I'm and hope I'm well equipped and prepared to lead this amazing organization.
I know it's a big role that you have, so there's got to be some things that you're thinking about doing. What about goals that you have moving forward for the organization, especially coming out of the pandemic, but also as new economic challenges continue to surface?
Yeah, we'll continue to do what we're doing throughout the community. We're serving hundreds of thousands of people each month. But we also see this as an opportunity and an appropriate time coming out of the pandemic to reevaluate who we are, who we're serving, how we're serving them. For example, we want to focus on programs that not only address hunger, but also combat the barriers to employment and education. So our plan is to do this with a new strategic plan. This will be our focus in the coming year. We'll reevaluate our mission, vision, and strategic goals so that we are prepared to meet the need for the coming decade or decades in San Diego.
So, I mean, I have to imagine this is a pattern that's impacting food banks throughout the state. I have to ask, how are they dealing with this transformational period?
Yes, it is a pattern. Food banks across the state and the country, I would add, for that matter, are facing the same challenges. And we are all looking for ways to be more efficient and impactful. And we hope more food banks will join us in searching for and finding solutions to break the cycle of poverty. We believe helping individuals and families with finding solutions to these barriers and helping them get back on their feet is transformational.
It absolutely is. Knowing that you have support from your local community is key. And so, who exactly are the people that you're serving? Do you have to live in San Diego? What are the numbers looking like? Are they fluctuating, going up and down?
Yeah, so our service population is within the county of San Diego. We're serving 500,000 people per month, and that's been a steady figure for us for more than 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
That population consists of the working poor, seniors living on a fixed income, children living in poverty, and active duty military and their dependents. So we are feeding anyone really that is food or nutrition insecure.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, outside of that, what are some other ways that the food bank is helping the low-income families who access your programs?
Yeah, great question. We do not consider ourselves just a food bank. We are a nutrition bank. We provide tens of millions of pounds of produce and healthy product each year. We're a diaper bank, one of 3 in the state of California, where we provide diapers, baby wipes, and baby formula. And we're also a period supply bank.
So the period supply program, I've actually not heard of that. So explain what exactly that is and how it fits in with the scope of the food bank's mission. Sounds pretty cool.
It is. Yeah. So our mission is to provide nutritious food, and I would add supplies to people in need, advocate for the hungry, and educate the public about hunger-related issues. We just started this program this year. It's a pilot program. We are one of 2 food banks in the state of California with this program. We provide period supplies to low-income women and teenage girls. So think about this. Studies show that 1/3 of low-income women in the U.S. report missing work and school due to lack of access to period supplies. So for us, this is another program of ours where we're able to combat the barriers, to fight against the barriers of employment and education. And again, help families and individuals get back on their feet.
Wow. I thought he was going to say people are missing just like over the symptoms, the cramps, my goodness. But no, just the supplies. Supplies are needed.
It's the supplies. And it's something like, for teenage girls, it's something like 80% of teenage girls or their friends have reported missing school because of lack of supplies. So that is an incredible number, and one that we're working on fighting against.
I'm glad that you're doing that, because I remember, I mean, Danielle, I'm sure you do as well, being a teenager and dealing with that. And it's something it's difficult. It's embarrassing too. And you don't want to have to ask somebody for one. So it's great that the food bank is helping out with this.
Yeah. One of the things we do, so we work with 500 nonprofit partners throughout the county. They receive food from us, most of their food from us. They all have feeding programs. 80 of those are our Diaper Bank partners, so they distribute our product through their network. And then we have about 30 that are participating in the period supply program. And so those are both programs that we're trying to grow. We're going to bring on more partners to help us just distribute those supplies.
And what about the moms out there who possibly need some diapers? I know you mentioned the Diaper Bank. How does that work?
Yeah, so we are distributing anywhere from 500,000 to 800,000 diapers a month.
Oh my God.
And baby wipes. And we primarily rely on donations for formula. You've heard the stories the last few weeks about baby formula. Our last pallet of baby formula went out our doors 2 weeks ago. We have since received some donations, but then it goes right back out. So next year, we're going to focus on purchasing baby formula so that we have a more steady supply. But yes, another wonderful program. And again, think about working families who we primarily serve. If they're working and utilizing daycare is requiring them to have diapers. And so this is an opportunity for us to keep them working and to help them get back on their feet by providing supplies.
You guys are doing so much good. How can our viewers help out or get involved in not only your food bank, but also food banks all over the country?
Well, we ask supporters to consider 3 key ways to give. You can give monetarily. You can donate food through food drives or virtual food drives, or you can also volunteer. We ask you to visit our website, sanDiegoFoodBank.org. We try to make it really easy to get involved, and you can find all of these opportunities on our website. And for those that are outside San Diego County, I would encourage you to find a local food pantry or food distribution in your neighborhood, or search for your local food bank. The demand is not going away, and I would say your efforts are needed.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for making the time for us today, Casey.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the food bank.
Take care.
Amazing. Amazing. I love, you know what we love, Cheryl? We love on this show. We love to hear people helping people.
Yes, absolutely.
It's music to my ears. And next, we're going to hear from an extraordinary music teacher. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, for many of us, the things we remember the most about our time in school involve the extracurricular activities that we were involved in, whether that was sports or clubs or music programs. Gosh, I remember them all. It was theater for me, as well as dedicated teachers and coaches who taught us so many skills.
Oh, Cheryl, I wish I could have seen you in theater, but can you imagine trying to teach music and band to 1,000 students every year? Josie Coburn handles that with grace and style, which is just one reason that she was named the 2022 Santa Barbara Bowl Performing Arts Teacher of the Year. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Josie Coburn, and I teach music and I teach band in the Orchid Union School District. They're just doing a quick warm-up. I work at 6 different schools. I teach music and band at 3 elementary schools and band at 2 junior high schools, and I teach high school band at Orchid Academy High School. Sometimes I have over 1,000 students. I probably have about 800 this year, and we really, have to look at each student and figure out what they need and what's working for them and what's not. And it's a lot of fun to watch them progress from elementary school all the way up to high school. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of problem solving in music, and the students learn how to work through those problems. And it's, it's really wonderful to see those kids who are struggling, and then something clicks and they start to apply those things that they've learned in music to their other classes. Here we go! I really feel like the growth in this program is due to the students, because it really is a student-led program, and these kids are learning how to give to the community with their music, and they're feeling the joy from the audience, and that's just something that you can't get anywhere else.
I think one of the things I admire about Josie is every single student in her band program she values. Some may perform a little better than others, some may be en route to college band or maybe doing solos, but every single student is important to Josie. Everybody feels like they're part of something, and that Mrs. Coburn really values what they have to offer. It's that personal connection she has with students.
Okay, nice.
I called her mom the other day on accident. Yeah, it's really fun to be around her, and the mood is perfect, where you can have fun, but also you're learning a lot and getting a lot done. It's really kind and understanding.
She cares more than anyone else ever would. She goes, the phrase going the extra mile, she probably goes 2. She cares about her students and just everyone as a whole.
She listens to all of us, and she, by listening to us, she's earned the respect of everyone, and so she's able to be really calm.
Kind of a magical thing with music. I don't think it's just band, but music is kind of a magical thing when we play together. Woo! Everybody becomes part of this family where we have a common goal. Woo! All right, guys! I don't think I'll ever know who I am as a band director, because it's constantly changing, but I know that the relationships with the kids, that's really important, and I think that's my favorite part, is being able to be part of their lives.
Band dismissed!
OA! Woo! Have a great day, guys!
Danielle, that takes so much dedication. She said she teaches at 6 different schools. How does she do it?
I'm saying, we all have to have 6 different jobs these days. My goodness, at least she's doing the music across the board. But I love seeing a package about a teacher that's also working in the arts field, because I feel like the arts are going more and more away in schools. And so I'm glad to see that someone's still keeping it alive.
Kudos to her for doing that. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to keep this show alive. Straight ahead, more Main Street Living. Welcome back into Main Street Living one last time. Cheryl, incredible show again. And another shout out to Josie Coburn, that teacher, because I think she's earned herself some diamonds at this point.
Ooh, and we know exactly where to go to get some diamonds, don't we?
Yeah, well, I know that you've been going through a lot right now, but I'm sure you can't wait to get back out on the road for a road trip.
Yes. Speaking of that, I think we should grab her, and then you and me, we should all meet in Louisiana, and we need to go and get some diamonds. Let's just treat ourselves, right? Maybe get some earrings or a necklace, bracelet maybe. And yeah, who knows? Especially the lab-grown diamonds, they're more affordable and they look so real. I'm game.
Yeah. And they certainly last a lot longer, unfortunately, than this show. The show is coming to an end, but you can always keep up with us on our Cox Contour app.
Yes, and brand new episodes of Main Street Living, Mondays, 9 p.m. local time. So join us then as we take another stroll down Main Street.